In the first video, I started out with a lot of scraps of clay from canes and other things I had cut. And this is what I made, and now I only got this small bits left. And I want to use all of it if I can, and I need a bracelet. So, and now I'm going to make a bubble. I want it to be a little dome. So I push carefully a little bit from the back to make it go up and make a little shape. And when it's baked, I'm going to close the back. But first, I need to bake it. I've made a little tool. One little blade from this and baked it into the clay. It's a perfect tool to use for small stuff like this. I can also use the end to poke patterns on the clay. I prefer to do the edges as soft as possible before I bake it, so to avoid having to do so much when it's done. No, I'm going to leave the dye there so it do not shift shape. And just take the knife carefully around the edges. It's easier when you sit down and do it. I'm not now standing up to get away from the camera. Oh, I kind of like it. Small plate of dish, but it's the other side. I'm going to. This is going to be a hollow bead. We can rest before I take it and put it on my baking tile. But I'm going to need beads. I think I'll use the rest of the clay for the beads. And I will use a stiff blade to avoid curling. And I think maybe I'll try first making Natasha beads. Or maybe two. You never know before you have it. Be careful not to destroy. Here's the beauty. If I go this way, you have this pattern. But also, if this is very ugly, I can look at these two. 2 and 2 will always be the same if you cut a straight line. I'm not going to. I need to know. I cut it the same. So I can see what I like best. No, I do prefer this one. So this can be smaller beads. No, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I do like the colorful, but maybe I would have loved to have this as a pendant, but then I need a brown or magenta clay, or gold maybe around it. So maybe I should just save it. That's the problem when you make things with the scrap clay and you want to use it all. Oh, look what this is. It's not always you have the other clay at hand, so you have to save them. But that's actually not a problem. I wanted to make a project. This is going to be just a long time. And when I bake it on something so it keep the shape and make holes in the end. Maybe also soften the edges, depending on if I want a black outline or not. And this is all I had left from this, and I think this will be the inside of beads. Now I will bake. I think I will wait with the baking. I need to make some canes to make more scrap clay, because I want and need a little bit more for the cover of this and to make this finished. And I do not want to take I want it to be similar, random, but similar. So I do not want to use one color of clay only, and so straight from the pack. And I want I'm not sure what I want. It will pop up when I make it, I will recognize it, and then we can go and see. I'll let you know when these are turned into things, but no, you might have ideas to what you can make for off your scrap clay. You can start testing out. Remember, you can, the rest you can, when you got just little leftovers, you can blend them and make insides of pendants. You can make them to backgrounds, or they are not wasted. So see you in the next video, where I think I will make I need flower canes. In the first video I made the leaves. That's why where this scrap clay came from. I made 2 colors of leaves. Now I need to make the flowers. I could not find the word. Both the inside of the flower and this part. It's not a leaf, it's something I cannot pronounce. And see you in the next flower video. We must make scraps.